Hi everyone, welcome back to another little video tutorial. I've got Martin with us today. Yeah, he's come to visit and comes to do a bit of painting. And what we're going to be doing today is another galaxy painting, because Martin's really keen on learning to paint galaxies, aren't you, Martin?
That's correct.
Yeah, and at the moment Martin is just looking for a galaxy for us to paint on the internet. Have you found anything, Martin?
Not yet, Patrick. Still looking.
Keep looking then, and then we'll get stuck in. It's going to be a bit, the format's going to be a bit like this. I'm going to start the painting, and then Martin, well, to do a stage within my first painting, then Martin's going to jump in and sort of get to the next point, and then we're just going to progress like that. So it should be quite easy. Choose something quite easy. Like that. No. Yeah, that's not recording. Looks like that. Do you like that?
Green, yeah.
We can put some green in it. We don't have to paint it those colours. That's the beauty of painting, isn't it? We can actually. That's nice.
Yeah.
And we can. Yeah, but do you know what I mean? You don't have to. If you want some green in it, we can put some green in it. That's quite nice.
No.
Do you?
No. Looks like underwater. No. So that one.
That one I like.
Yeah, that'll be alright.
Lots of interest in there. You've got the darks, which are going to make the lights, aren't they?
Yeah.
Makes that look. And it's. I don't think it's going to be. It's going to be challenging, but it's not going to be too challenging.
Yeah, I like this one how it goes red to pink to purple with a bit of orange up that end.
Okay.
You know, so
Okay, I can edit that bit. Hi everyone, welcome back to a little painting studio exercise today with Martin. We've chosen this one we're going to do today. It's going to be a galaxy painting. Okay, Martin chose it. It's got all the components we need to make a good painting, don't you think, Martin?
yes, lovely one that is.
Yeah. Excellent. So we won't waste any time. We're going to jump straight in and start painting. Yeah. Some yellow.
What sort of yellow is that?
That's Windsor yellow, which is slightly warmer more than sort of lemon yellow. What I'll keep doing, if I think it's drying out a little bit too soon, I'll just mist it again, just a little bit. That's the idea. What I might do is just put a little bit of these brushes. I bought loads of these brushes from an art shop, and they were quite expensive when I used to do lessons for the students to use, and all the bloody hairs always drop out. It's really annoying when you're painting. They're Pro Arts, they weren't the cheapest brushes. And this is the little goat hair Chinese brush I've been talking about. It's fantastic. There's almost some red in there as well, you know. Some of that magenta. So I'm just going to mix a red and magenta together.
What sort of red was that?
That was cadmium red. I'm just going to put some of this. You've got to remember also your colours are going to dry an awful lot lighter than they appear. Now, I want to wet that a little bit. I want to keep these colours really moving. Get the idea.
It's easy to see why people like Annette and Debbie rave about horses, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, it does. Do you see the intensity of the colour on that?
Yes,
it is.
Can,
It's
yeah,
really bright, isn't it?
Diminished or anything, has it?
Not at all. No. It does. When we start putting the darks in, it'll really make these lights come to life. You see how you can lift colour out in Arche as well so well?
Yeah.
It's lifting that out.
Yeah.
I don't think that Saunders Waterford, I would struggle to do that as easily as I do with Arche. You can get those really nice soft edges. And we make these darks a lot darker, obviously, later. But the secret at the moment is keeping it moving and keeping it wet. I always get happier when I actually, after I've kind of obliterated all that white paper. What I'm going to do, instead of doing any more than that, Martin, and then because it's going to get confusing, I'm going to let that dry, then I'll wet the paper again with the mister, and I'll work the next layer on top.
Okay.
Okay, so basically this gives you the opportunity to get to that stage.
Right.
Yeah, then we'll do the same with yours, we'll stop, and then we'll move on. And but as you get into yours now, I can sort of talk you through what we've done.
Brilliant.
Okay, I know that doesn't yet look as if it's going to really work, but it will do when,
It looks
you know what I
good,
mean?
that does.
When we
Yeah.
get closer to it. But if I jump on too far ahead, I'm almost going to be going into finishing the painting, and that kind of defeats the object of you getting to a certain stage.
Yeah.
Yeah?
See, I'd put that on the wall now, I would.
So you're starting off with your lightest colours first, aren't you? Because we're working light to dark.
Right. And would you say I would be better with this number 12
Yeah,
or with that brush?
no, that number 12 definitely. This,
Yeah.
yeah, it's got more of a point on it. You can control the paint more.
Okay.
Not with that one.
So over this side with the
Yeah,
yellow,
just
isn't it?
go as you look at it. Just pop a little bit of yellow in, and just go with it as you feel. Really. Remember to leave your lightest parts white paper. So where you think there's whites with it, even though this will actually run into the page
Yeah.
because your page is wet. But that's good.
Got some red, don't we?
Yeah. This away. That's all right, all about that. Remember to pull your brush out from the middle because it's kind of exploding a little. So you're pulling your right. If you get the opportunity to pull it out, do you know what I mean?
Pull what out, sorry?
Like this, look, coming out this way to try and get direction on it a little bit.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So it's not all sort of like
So like that, you mean?
yeah, yeah.
Is that right? What
Yeah,
you
that's
mean?
fine. That's fine. Yeah.
I'll leave them bits.
We don't need we're just using the picture as a guide. It doesn't have to be an exact replica.
It's a good job, really, because this is nothing like it.
Keep moving a bit. Draw some of that along here, Martin. Soften those edges. So instead of them being red, yellow, blue, try and get them to merge and mingle. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And go right to the edges of your paper now. If you want to, 'cause we can then drop the blue. If you keep that wet, we can then drop the blue into there. Like this. See how well that's doing that? That's
Yeah,
lovely,
it's
that effect
nice.
there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Try and draw some of this along here. A bit.
Loaded some on me.
Oh, that's a good idea, well done. Yeah, brilliant.
Because I noticed here it's starting to go muddy, isn't it?
Yeah, because that's because you put the
The
yellow into that, and it's kind of
Into the
greyed it out a
purple.
bit, isn't it?
So if I put turquoise on top of that, will it get rid of it?
I wouldn't worry too much about that because in a minute we were dropping much darks into that, and so
Right.
it'll almost cover it. So I'm not that worried about it. This is the area we want to preserve. So yeah, keep going around here with your turquoises. That's nice. I like the nice sweep with the brush there, and not so much of the dabbing. That's good.
Right. I was ad-libbing.
Well, that's okay. That's fine to do that. You know.
And then preserve some of this, or...
Yeah, if you want to. I think it's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's like little gases exploding, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In the
Looks a bit like Angry Birds.
yeah. To be so sort of rigid, just let your brush, pull it up like this, look. Yeah?
Yeah.
And wiggle it around a bit to try and create sort of effect, yeah?
Okay, right, yeah.
So you're getting a much softer,
Yeah.
instead of drawing lines around your page, you're just letting it go with it. Just go with it. Look at the picture and think, well,
Right.
go with the flow if you like.
So would it be better holding the brush in a different way?
Whatever way's comfortable.
Because I tend to hold it like a pen. Would it be better to hold it at the end, like this?
And
To give it freedom.
no, you can do it that way, whatever way you feel comfortable. Some people hold them like this, some people, you know what I mean?
Right.
Whatever way's comfortable for you, really.
So if I put it in my mouth, then that'll be
Yeah.
okay. I clean that up from what I was going to say.
Yeah. Suspect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just put some?
You do whatever you think. You know, I'm only giving you a guide, so if you want to do something, you do it.
I just don't like that, how it looks like a mountain. In fact, I still don't like it. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Now have I got left any out, or have I left enough?
I don't think you've left enough. I wouldn't worry about lifting out on that now.
Good.
Yeah?
Yep.
So we'll let yours dry.
Okay. Shall we have a brew?
Shall we? Yeah, flick the camera off then. Okay, Martin, this is dried now. So I think we're ready to do the next stage.
Yes.
While yours is drying. And I must say yours is looking lovely. It is actually. Have a quick look. That's looking pretty impressive, isn't it?
Do
you like it?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
I suppose so. That is, no, seriously, that is, it's looking good.
Yeah.
So,
Finish yet, is it? I like
No.
the big dragon flying down in the middle. Can you see that?
yeah, the head. Everything has to be to do with dragons. Yeah.
We've always got to have an animal in it somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. Very nice. Quite like that. That's a little arc there.
That's yeah.
That's quite nice, isn't it? Oh, now I've got to be careful now also. When I actually mix colour, put colour into this, because this is drying quite, it's still quite wet, but up here it's drying quite quickly. So I've got to make sure my paint's really thick. If I put a really watery wash onto that now, what will happen, it will bloom and go horrible. And it will be it will ruin the effect. So I'm just mixing some more of that blue with some light red now, because I want to warm it up a bit, because it's getting to the centre. I just want to create something in here.
And that doesn't do anything like detrimental to the paint what's already there then?
Not really, not as long as it's dried. And it's not, you know, what I'll also do is give it a...
So if you were to do that and it wasn't dried,
It would all run. Yeah.
it'd just mess your paint
Yeah,
up.
it could soften the edges a little bit now, but I don't mind that really. But. So I'm going to go with some darks now, so I want to start working. I'm not going to work so much light to dark or dark to light. I'm just going to paint how I feel I want to paint.
Okay.
Yeah? So kind of the rules are going out the window. Because I find if I go with the rules too much, Martin, to be honest,
Yeah.
I find I become very stilted and very unable to do what I want to do.
That's my kind of painting.
Well, that is just how I am. Some people
no
want...
rules.
Yeah. No, I just find it more fun to paint, sort of,
Yeah.
and steer the paint around, even if I've not done it in the right way necessarily, in the right process, because I then sort of think, well, how can I stop it from manipulate it,
Yeah.
and move it, or hold it back? And that's what most people do. It's not just me, obviously, but I want to bring some nice light blues in these darks here. And this is where all the happy accidents start happening as well. Things you aren't doing intentionally, they just happen.
Right.
There's a bit of a solid. Oh, somebody's got his chainsaw out next door, has he?
Yeah.
Probably sawing up the wife. They're always arguing.
That mixture there, where you've got the darks on the blue
Yeah.
and the white, that's fantastic.
Yes.
And the yellow and the orange.
Yeah, it's pretty that. I like that. I wish I could have made more of that, but we run out of page.
Yeah.
I should have had less here, but that's just how it
Oh,
works.
but the pinks and the purples are alright.
Yeah.
I'll shut up now before your head gets too big, eh?
Yeah. That'll be a nightmare.
Turn it into Van Gogh. Yeah, there's a myriad of things you could, use that for. It wouldn't just have to be a gallery.
No.
You could use, You know, I can see sunsets and underwater scenes and everything in there.
Absolutely. The technique we're doing here is a really useful technique for somebody to learn, and for you, because it's teaching you a lot. And like you say, you will end up using this in many different things.
Yeah.
When you're putting shadows inside of buildings, you won't be painting a flat shadow now. You'll be using wet into wet technique to paint shadows and have like 2 or 3 colours.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
It really does. It's all about, you're right, you're spot on what you say. Bring that down a little bit more. That's giving you some ideas for the skies, isn't it?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, that will.
Yeah. I've got to practice my clouds.
Yeah.
Brian does fantastic skies, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he certainly does. When I started the site, I didn't realise that I'd learned so much from the people that upload their paintings. You know, you do, just by looking and sort of reading about how they do things. It's a constant learn, you know. Well, you never stop learning in painting, obviously. It's, you know. Right. So what we need to think about that now. We've got a bit of a formal edge around that, haven't we? So we need to soften it. So you need to rinse your brush out.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to come over there and give you a bit of guide on this. Rinse your brush a minute.
Yep.
Just because it looks a bit sort of cut out, doesn't it?
Yeah, like I always.
So what? Yeah. Because what you do is just lift some colour in places, just like this, just to soften it slightly. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Just so you don't end up with like holes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you do as much or little of that as you want. But I'm just trying to give you an idea of what.
Yeah, it's good because
it just softens it more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's all about those hard and soft edges that I kind of go on a bit. That looks to me much better.
Right.
Now. Yeah. I love this down here. This is lovely. It's really galaxy-like.
I like it when it does that, like goes like frost.
Yeah. Who was it that put the other galaxy picture in not long after I did mine? I can't remember. And she had lovely greens in hers. Lady from South Africa.
Jen.
Jane. She had beautiful turquoisey greens in hers.
She did, yeah.
It was lovely.
Yeah. Really jumped off the page.
Yeah, it did actually. Yeah, so it did. Like that. Now I'd start at this top.
Yeah.
And work your way round, making sure you're preserving your lights in the middle. As you come towards the middle, okay, warm those darks up.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So you get.
So I'll start with me and keep them there.
Is it running nicely, is it? Paint?
See, it is. I suppose so, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's lovely. So you know, at times you can use the tip of your brush to drag bits out a little bit, do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
And sort of change the direction of your brush strokes, and a bit like you did towards the end. When you did this one, you really got the hang of it at that end because you just finished that session. Try and go back to what you did there because it was lovely.
I probably forgot that now, Patrick.
Well, yeah.
Now I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
I've got the browns here, which are made up with blue.
Yeah.
Now I've just been using blue. Could I go straight into that brown without washing my brush?
Yeah, you could, because it's not really. And if you just need to put more brown, if there was too much blue on your brush, it's one colour. You just put a bit more brown in.
Right.
Yeah, it's fine.
I was just wondering. Am I going too slow here, or?
No, you're doing fine. You can't force yourself to go fast. You've got to work at the speed that you're comfortable.
Yeah. Because
if you're not going to have time to think, and that's because it takes time to learn the process. So yeah, when I say go fast, you can only go as fast as you're comfortable to go.
That's it.
You know. I love that bit.
So can I move up the page?
Can I can. Yeah. What you can end up start doing is, like, I'm just going to give you an example, right?
Yeah.
Brush on that. See, we've got like the blue here. right?
Yeah.
So now you want to sort of think, well, what can I do? So you could take some more magenta, and you could just like put that in there, and you could just touch in places, let it run in.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Brilliant. Yeah.
That type of thing.
I wasn't sure if I could do that.
Oh yeah, you do what you want. Yeah, it's your painting, isn't it? And
Right.
just be careful not to obliterate all the lights. That's all
Yeah.
you want to be. And that's easy done. You know, I do it myself at times. And yeah, try not to manipulate paint too much. Let it do its work itself, and it will creep up itself, and it will look more natural than if you keep
Try and
dabbing
make
into
it
it.
go up.
Yeah.
I'll put a bit more in there because I want to.
And remember, if you feel like you've got hard edges, you can just go back quickly and soften a few of the edges.
Yeah, with the
Stuff like
clean
that.
brush
Yeah.
into there. Now, am I alright putting dark blue on top of there for making it move into each other?
Yeah, you just drop some in.
Yeah.
That's it, and I'll just let that creep itself now, and not even soften it. See how look, this is gorgeous. Can you not see it's some great skies though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just in its own right there.
So you soften these edges, you say?
Yeah, just soften them a little bit, not too much, and then just on a sec. You've done that right.
Yeah.
But what you want to do is make sure then don't pull up too much out, because what you'll end up is just a bigger mass of what you've already got.
Okay.
So wash your brush again, okay, and come back and just lift out. Look, so you preserve that light and
Oh,
roll your
right.
brush around. See,
Yeah.
just you've softened that edge a bit.
Okay. So I can
You can,
go on to the
yeah,
board
and just
now.
do that sort of technique wherever you think it's going to work.
Right.
You know, look at. Let me try and do some of that.
Yeah.
This bit here,
Yeah.
soften that a little bit.
Okay.
I would just soften it a little bit. That one. And maybe some of these little areas around here, just in places, not everywhere, so it's more diffused like this
Right.
in places. That's looking nice. That's better. I would be tempted to soften this edge around here a little
Right,
bit,
okay.
just in places, but just fresh water with your brush. Nice, that's it. And then damp it off a little bit, so you haven't got a great, and then just touch in places and soften the edges. Not. That's it. That's it. Just, then what you can do, you've got a little bit too much water on your brush, really.
Okay.
So dry your brush and just lift out like that. Yeah. And maybe just lift out in places like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. Just draw the brush around. Lift that back out there. Yeah. Just so it's a bit more natural. You could lift out in there as well, because that'd be quite nice. Looks like the light would be shooting out into there then.
Right. So if I just.
But work into the painting, not out.
Oh.
That's it. Yeah, that's nice. That's just like that. Yeah.
I don't know if you did
Where
that.
do you want to put the red?
One point here.
Okay,
So
let's have a look what you've got on there. Oh, where's that? I think what you need to do is mix the red with a little something, just because it's a bit of orangey red. And then, there you go.
Will that be alright, I think?
Yeah. If you want to soften some of the edges, you can. So it's
Yeah.
not just like a. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not really, no.
No, because it
No.
just mixes.
It just mixes. The idea of softening is to blend the colour you've got there to the edge of the colour you've got there to the existing colour next to it.
Right.
Yeah?
Okay.
So by softening that, what you're trying to do is make the transition between that colour there and this colour gentle.
Right.
Yeah? Diffused.
So it's like blending it then.
Blended it, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I quite like that.
Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it started off rubbish, but it's alright now.
Quite honestly, I think you're there.
Right,
I think any more fiddling now,
I know.
and you'll end up too busy, too
Yeah.
bitty.
Yeah.
And
You realise what I've painted, don't you? I've painted a dragon.
yeah,
It's got two
I know,
eyes, a
yeah.
nose, and this is his mouth.
yeah, can't stay away from it, can you?
Happy accident.
There's
See?
another dragon there. Look.
There's loads of
Draw,
them.
yeah,
There's one here doing the acrobats.
yeah. That's lovely. When that dries,
Yeah.
we'll splatter stars on,
Okay.
and you're done.
Yeah. I haven't done no splattering before. Annette raves about splattering, but
Oh,
I've never
she
done
looks a
it.
splatter. Yeah,
She's a splatter queen.
yeah. It's got bristles on it, and it's ideal for splattering, so should do the job nicely. So I've mixed up some. I'm using some acrylic paint, but you could use any white paint really for this. And I've mixed it quite thick. And all I'm going to do is splatter it on the paper. I'll get a few bigger ones. I'll make sure I don't go over the top, which I tend to do. I think that's enough really.
Looks good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Something like that. I watched somebody on YouTube do it. And they kind of looked, I don't know, can't remember what they did, but they put like a little halo around some of theirs, and looked really effective. But I'm not going to do it because it'll probably it will look awful, because my painting is really random. If I start trying to paint halos around stars, it's going to look, but a couple of little bright ones here and there. That's it. You're making that look easy.
It's the easiest bit of it. I'm happy with that.
You leave it just like that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Yeah, close the picture. So what do you think of it?
Yes, I like it.
Yeah?
I like it. I could have improved it, but
Well, yeah, but
there's time for that, isn't there?
see the way you've got it there?
Yeah.
That's quite diffused, isn't it? But you just need to soften some of these edges a little bit more around here. So you have, like you said about the feeling of that hole that you've got. It was just a question of sort of when this was still wet. It's just letting the colours run a little bit more around the outside, bringing your brush back in and soften the edges. But you did that in places, but it just a bit more, and it would have really helped. But apart from that, but I love it. Well, I think one of the most important things is the colour, the depth of colour you've got. These are beautiful colours.
Yeah, I do like that there. That's just like a galaxy.
Yeah.
You know, and this colour here.
Yeah. And you can take this with you because you can use this in skies. Look at that, it looks like a cloud in the sky, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
So you can use the same technique when you go back and do your skies and and
Yeah.
stuff like this. There's lots of things you actually sort of transfer from a paint like this into other paintings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to do an underwater scene, you know.
Yeah. Oh, and put some
Under the
fish in.
sea.
Swimming, that'd be a nice idea.
That'd be,
Yeah, it would.
because you could have that as being like the sunlight coming through the surface
Yeah.
of the ocean.
Oh, it'd easy transfer to that. Would. What are you painting, Martin? What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to do a seascape.
I see. All right.
Yes.
And you're just kind of doing the outline now for it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pluck ideas out of my head. Get a feel for what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Well, we'll come back in a bit and we'll see how you're getting on.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, no problem. That's looking really nice, Martin.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, nice rich colours.
Yeah. I saw a seascape done the other day by Paul.
Yeah.
Fantastic, and that's what inspired
Oh,
me.
like, do you know what? You showed me it this morning, didn't you?
Yeah,
And I kind of looked at that and I thought you'd been inspired by that painting.
yeah, that was beautiful. That
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
Real.
I haven't come anywhere near to it like this. It's just
Right.
my go at it, you know.
Yeah. Well, you've looked at her paintings in the forum and you've kind of had a go, but you're learning from her work, aren't you?
Yeah.
And I think that's really important.
Yeah, she's very good.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, we'll come back and have a look at the finished painting in a bit.
Okay, okay.